Baby girl wanna kick it, spring late night tryna impress the wicked. Off 2 tabs, I'm gone. Mine too far, come remember the digits. She want a glass of Prosecco, the bitch that she with trippin', leave her at the Petco. It's still the same kid from the metro. She ran out of drugs, had the phone called Petro. Looking in the eyes, see the meadow. Looking at her lips full of kisses, the wet throat. She said she never been to the ghetto. Put her on the tab, turn the hood to a disco. She rockin' and I'm rockin' and we feelin' it out. All the energy I held in, I'm giving it out. I forgot about my problems, I'm living it up. I cannot feel my feet, I've been dancing. I've been grinding my teeth while she ranting. Everybody shut the fuck up and start dancing. Grinding my teeth while she ranting. Look at her eyes, I can tell she's demanding.
Since you're coming on, breathe a little deeper. Should you need to come down and let those colors run? Now you're having fun, so do this and get through this and come find me when you're down, so we can be as one.
Here's a date. Can we check out Tesla?
Some lights, tonights, wanna go again. Loose legs, all on my back, can't feel the wind. I see stars every time I hold your hand. You can leave your car, self-driving a brand new Benz. Loosen up your guard, make this shit last, I don't want it to end. Hope you do your part, I just need you to snap on both of your hands. Like that, love the way you move when it's like that. Heard you paid all your dues with a ring check. You turned me to a fool for insane sex. You passed the love test, join a Mile High Club on the 29th. Heart beating like kangaroos, I can wait to shut the fuck up and dance, dog.
Think, smiley face.
Since you're coming on, breathe a little deeper. Should you need to come down and let those colors run? Now you're having fun, so do this and get through this and come find me when you're down, so we can be as one.
Remember those lies you told your friend? I was happy you could do once more again. A rooftop party won't seem to end. I need you here alone with me. My love and my heart ain't gon' break my heart. You're all I got, you all I need. Don't leave me cold outside to ride. I'm so depressed, I feel bulimic. My soul restored in one accord. You lend your heart to me, I mean. The DMT reaching inside my brain. I had dinner with God, trust me, girl, I seen him. Heaven's too real to dream or feel. Trust me with my own eyes, baby girl, I seen it. Late night vibes, I need your high. Let me get one hit, baby girl, I'm feeling. In too deep to cut my ties. I'm way too hot, I just love Venus. Try my best to make you smile. Never said that I was perfect, I still fight demons. iPhone pics inside that star, you look drunk as fuck, I think you need me. Rubbing your body just like it's gold. Your dress is the bottle and you the genie. OMG, let's spice things up. I got a little bit of ecstasy in my veins. Loving on you is taking its toll. 100% when you love me, that you mean it. Love me, that you mean it.
Hey, traders. Welcome to the Tuesday stream. And thanks for the couple contributions that...
Noise!
Appreciate you. Can you take a gander at Bond?
We will take a gander at Bond. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Kalishnikov. Thank you all.
Take a peek at FNV, NYSE, thanks, Bal.
We'll do that. We'll look at that. Thank you, J-Mob, for the 20. Thank you, man. All right, so something happened today. Day consolidation. Yeah, it's like rectangular, right?
280 traffic tipped $100. Hex 4 hours daily. 30 plus day consolation. Thanks, Mitch.
It was nice. I was coming back from 280 and watching all the people leaving downtown, going back to the suburbs. It was terrible, and on the way to the city, no traffic. It's wonderful. So I love 280 kind of now, right? Anyway, I got a COVID test because I thought I might have been sick or something with it. Negative test, chat. We did it, man. So, dodged a bullet there. Anyway, wow, thanks. We will look at Hex. We'll add it to the list. That's like the 5th request of the day, and we've been live for 7 minutes. 1 request almost per minute now. Is that really what's going on? Dang. Okay, so what happened today on Bitcoin? It was unable to achieve prices above the inflection point. The daily candle high close that goes back to February 21st. Can you be surprised? You can't be, because the asset appreciated in value 40% in 12 days. That's what Bitcoin did. So after that kind of impulse, that kind of run, when you hit a level so major like that, it just is not weird. If pullbacks out, it could have gone worse than this. It could have gone down to 52,789, still could, and it wouldn't be that weird. But as you can see, what's happened in the past hour and a half or so, I mean, Bitcoin's up $2,000 from its low point of this 4-hour candle. Still has yet to make a lower low. Strong, man. Really, really strong. Is the volume low? Dude, I don't know. There's like this buzzing noise. I can't change it. And like, I feel like if I turn the gain up, which turns the volume up, it makes the buzzing noise louder and annoying. Hear it, like, yeah, my voice is louder, but that buzzing, doesn't the buzz come? So annoying, dude. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get this fixed. I don't know, I was rewatching some of the stream last night and I heard the buzzing noise. I don't know what y'all are talking about. So, but I turned it up, right? So we're good. Well, that's Bart, that's kind of like what I've been doing anyway, right? So at a profit taking level, people took profit, and as they took profit, someone's come in and bought it again for now. Hour 46 minutes, so your daily candle closed. Nothing's really changed since yesterday except what kind of made sense, right? A pullback. It doesn't have to be a major one. If that could have been it, chat. It literally could have been it. I mean, like the damage on the daily, none of it. There's no damage on the daily so far. Definitely not from the GPU, dude. My computer's like literally silent. Okay, so anyway, I mean, dang, dude, we go to the daily, we look at it. I mean, it was here 24 hours ago, less than that. So this is the candle. Could be a tweezer top, could be a hanging man, whatever. You can't say it's not at a critical area, and it's been unable to break it. It hasn't had really one candle close above it, not yet. So these are just not levels where it's like, it is not the time for the swing trader to be trying to take new, fresh positions, right? Fresh positions for a swing trade that makes sense. 40, 42K up here. It's either profit taking and you only have like a little bit of your position left, right? Because you've layered out and you're letting it ride one more time to 61,250 for a third target or something. Because like, the trade setup, the trade setup, 2 targets. Right, but a lot of times I'll have 3 targets, so I mean, like, wouldn't it be reasonable to think that, like, what if you had 3 targets? What if you're still in this a little bit, 33% out, and then you have 34% of your position still open on Bitcoin, right? And I mean, I think 61,250 would be pretty perfect, because that's the, remember, that's literally the 88% retrace from the all-time high. That's a 1.618 of the ABCD, and it's an overhead resistance from March. I mean, that's perfect for a third target, you know? Or if you wanted 4 targets, I mean, like that could be your third one, and you're just taking 25, 25, 25 out. You got 25% of your position still open even when it hits 61,250, and then you let it ride to 100K, $88,000, right? So let's take a look at the weekly. That has, what a good start. What a good start to the week. And yeah, you can just see the steel wall of resistance. It's just, you know, supply would be there, just how much. Really good news on the weekly. I guess I didn't discuss because I wasn't here on Sunday for the close, the weekly close. Bitcoin is at its highest relative strength on the weekly since the week of May 3rd. So it's been many months since we've been this good. And the great news is you are in the bullish control zone, and there's so much upside potential, right? What happens when the cycles are real and Bitcoin goes nuts? Look how overbought it gets, right? Even sometimes when it's not crazy, 72.5, 85, 90, and then even 94 to 95. It did that in 2013 as well. It's not on this chart, not the data. So you could just understand, when you really do breach 60 and it's real, you get really overbought. It maybe has just begun. I mean, the conditions are set so well right now for all-time highs on the weekly RSI. Maybe not other variables or anything, but just the one we're looking at right now, really good. Remember, 70 is overbought, and you're not even close. Right here, that's 70 right there. So gorgeous stuff. I guess I kind of forgot to look at the weekly yesterday or something. Too much euphoria, too many good things going on other time scales, like the 4 hour. Okay, so that's it. No harm, no foul. Still higher lows somehow. I mean, if it pivoted here somehow, you're talking about like something like quadruple hidden bullish divergence or something going on. It'd be freaking whack. Yeah, just look at the RSI, you know? I mean, this is just a way to look at it. Like, it just keeps making higher lows, and it just keeps making lower levels of relative strength. Incredible. Very, very strong right now, despite hitting a level where it makes sense for it to pull back. It didn't pull back too bad. Okay, you thought it would roll over there. All right, let's go to Ethereum. That is holding in there. I mean, not too bad. I would like to see it above 35, 37. The level every time we come here, we talk about it, from May 4th and May 12th and September. But for now, it's okay. Is there a consolidation structure of some sort going on here? I mean, if anything, it broke a demand line right there. What if you adjust? Maybe it's just, you know, ascending, broadening wedge. This is maybe the structure that's in development now. I don't really know. You know, I mean, the reasonable entry levels were kind of a lot lower prices. So all we can do is just look at what's being painted right now after an impulse. This is kind of going on. So if it can hold this level, maybe it could be a lot of upside. And, you know, we'd eventually, you know, the first target of the trade setup is 37.34. We were so close, but we never got there. So if you're swing trading this, one's sitting patient in their position with no profit taking. It sucks, dude. I know. Being entered in, like, you know, the 2900s and not being able to take profit, but like, one has a trading plan, right? And the patient man or woman wins. I mean, all these markets are designed to take money from the impatient and put it into the hands of the patient. Okay. So the hidden bearish divergence on the daily is still very real. Right, it's clear as day here. I mean, undeniable hidden bearish divergence. I don't know what to make of that. I mean, it just still seems okay right now. Like it hasn't dumped hard or anything, and it's hanging in there. Hanging in there just after testing the high from September 15th. Imagine it going down to like 3,100 again, and then it creates this some sort of almost perfect inverse head and shoulders, right? Let me show you here. Let me just get rid of this for a second. You know, almost like with Binance, people were saying about Binance today. It had some sort of news, right? It pumped in like $1 billion of liquidity into the Binance Smart Chain, right? You know, what is something like that? Look, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe, you know, if this plays out, all it does is come down to make a substantially higher low than the previous low, and then paints us a beautiful inverse head and shoulders before going nuts. Can happen. It's just an idea. No action to take right now for a fresh long as I'm speaking to you, but this is something to maybe look forward to or to pay attention to. Could happen. The most incredible thing ever would be for the asset to come and back test $3,000 as support, a little bit lower, and that would be a spring back test where you have sprung and you haven't really confirmed the level as support, but maybe you definitely would if you came down to 3K one more time. All right, so just things. What do you want me to do, man? Like, we're off the entries. Some assets have hit targets that trades us, like Bitcoin. Some are on the way, very close, and didn't quite get there. And some were like almost got close to stop losses today, just because they were presented as ideas and publications later, right in the cycle. So we're okay on sound, is what you're saying, like decibel levels and all that. Dude, I don't know. I have something, man. Maybe I don't have COVID. Maybe I have like Ovid or something. Just like coughing and kind of lethargic, man. Just tired. I got Aggie fever. That's what it is, dude. Freaking Aggies, man. Okay, so we look at the weekly here too, and not near as a good start for Ethereum as Bitcoin on the weekly, and there's still that bearish divergence. It's very real. I mean, like, it's identified. It's Class B bearish divergence. It's textbook. It's like, but where's the follow through? Why has a bullish engulfing candle presented itself a couple weeks ago with Bitcoin, and why is it ascending? Why is it going up now? Isn't this like where it's supposed to dump, man? It's not. And where is it on the RSI? It's right at 60. I mean, it's at the bullish control zone like level. It's just almost there. So this one's a little bit more of a mystery on Ethereum or Bitcoin. No problem, man. Ethereum looks pretty freaking good on the time scales, all of them, man. Daily, there's no buyer exhaustion on the daily for Bitcoin or really the weekly. Okay, so that's those are your big ones. And then let's look at Cardano. Been here in a minute. Okay, so I mean, it's confirming that 230, the daily candle high close from May 17th is resistance, not once but twice. Yeah, it couldn't break it. I mean, it broke out of the supply line, but it certainly could not break overhead resistance. And I mean, I know like right here, someone would like want to argue it's like a harmonic. Is that a 618 retrace? Dang, it's pretty close. I mean, that's almost like a cipher, right?
Hey Mitch, can we look at SHIB? Doge round 2? Thanks, man.
What's up, Monochrome Memoirs? Thanks to 20. We can look at Shiba, but like didn't it already like pump or something again? I mean, kind of like what? So it's like, how do you even look at Cardano? It is kind of ugly because there's so many ways to interpret this with waves, right? You say, is it painting a third valley here, or is it just setting up for like much lower prices because of this deep retrace on B? Yeah, this is like a butterfly. This is like a textbook potential butterfly that would kill it, man. I mean, it could go all the way down to the 1272 here, take you to 170, but if things get bad on it, it'd go all the way down to 1.618, which is like 150. So I don't know if I'd be taking action on this thing right now. It's just too whack right now. There's just no structure that really sticks out. You're in no man's land when it comes to real support. Look straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. I mean, I'd be waiting on this one. maybe even if it goes up, that's great and all. It broke a demand line too. I think there are better assets out there, like including one that is just as large market cap as this one, and it's Binance Coin that had a really nice pump today, up 6.29% and back above a very critical level where you've had multiple people asking the question, hey, is that a head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulders? I mean, you could interpret it that way. Sure, man, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're sticking to the trading plan, right, the trading plan of the falling wedge with 4 targets, who cares? I mean, what is that narrative? And it's kind of like if it's an inverse head and shoulders, it's like, wow, well, how do you strategize the lowest risk entry for inverse head and shoulders? Normally, like when you round out at the, matching the previous shoulder, like, okay, there's hidden bullish divergence or something really nice there. It didn't happen. It was just selling off, dumping, and then just a huge impulse candle up. Okay, well, now what, right? Are you going to go long now? I mean, it is trying to break out. Certainly trying to break out. I mean, look at the level from April 18th. That was the first time it was ever manufactured. It was manufactured there. And ever since then, it's been regarded as resistance support, right? Well, actually, only resistance. That was the only time it was support, right? After that, June 3rd, it was resistance. Look, August 16th, resistance. September 8th, September 16th, up thrusts, resistance, man. It's never been able to break it and regarded as support until maybe now it's trying to, like after that big and bullish and golden candle tweezer bottom. So you just think, all right, if it's breaking out, here's your more local neckline, right? Just right here, these two. It's just right at a breakout point. It's a huge structure. Like if you were looking at it like this and you wanted to use the measured principle, fine. This is how you do it. It's very large. From the breakout, the target 100% measured move would be $557. But come on, man. Like, what do we even need to go into it for? Where'd it go? I had it. Is it on my other monitor that's not on right now? Hold on a sec. Dude, Bitcoin is so strong. It's like working on engulfing the previous candle. Absolutely ridiculous. I know, we're going to look at totals. We're looking at still the large market cap assets or crypto assets. And we have requests. They will be looked at. Don't you dare worry. Wait, we just don't have it. Hold on. Just bear with me a sec, chat. It's going to be all good. We got nothing but time. If anything, when I tell you to hold on, it's me trying to help you learn how to be patient, right? That you desperately need in this world. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. You can look at it all day like this, and it's actually pretty symmetrical. It's not bad, dude, right? But then you do this, and it's like, who cares? Who cares if it's an inverse head and shoulders being painted? Right? I mean, okay. You had taken profit at the first level. It's pulled back. It's pivoting. It's doing its thing. Right? You had taken 25% out. You're still 75% in your position, right? Because you're layering out 25% each level, and the last one you're exiting completely, right? As the trader. So yeah, that's a great thing. That's a great narrative that lines up with this setup, right? Next target would be just the next highs from September. After that would be the major level way over here. Candle high closes, inflection points, from April. And then after that, 638 is an 88% retrace from the previous all-time high. That happens to line up with the candle or the wick high from April 12th. So, okay. So sure, I mean, we got a new structure and development here, and it could propagate us to the next targets. No problem, man. We'll see what happens. All right, this is the big four. Let's yell totals. I like totals. People are addicted to totals now, chat. So we'll do it.
I like turtles.
So good news here. This is a very interesting thing going on, right? A little bit of clarity here. What is Total doing today? Well, it broke out yesterday above an inflection point, and today, its whole day, it's been spending time regarding this whole zone as support and has bounced very well, and it's above, and have all stayed the same with an hour and a half to go. You'd be confirming the breakout as support. That's happened before, I guess, but it didn't last, did it? Did not last over here in May. So just pay attention. This is really important that this zone holds, and it is. It's crazy. Let me get rid of the Fibonacci extensions right now just to keep it kind of clean. I know there's a lot of stuff going on here, but it's wave structures. It's bullish fivas, all those things we love that help us determine where things are going. Okay, here's your total. So unfortunately, like, you know, switching over to stocks, the S&P 500 very flat today, down 0.24%. Hidden bearish divergence is playing out, right? As you sell off, a continuation to the downside implied on this time scale, falling back below the 200 moving average. Go, not good. And that's it. I mean, there's not really any support levels here. You did not hold the gap fill as support, nor the 200 moving average. So hopefully at some point it pivots and breaks the supply line and we run on up and hit that Cypher or BAT PCZ. And that's it. Not much going on the index fund. Dow Jones, same thing, filled the gap and you know, had its lowest 4-hour candle close since the 6th. And is in the dead middle of a trading range. So no, what do? You don't do anything. You don't. One does not take action in middle of trading ranges, big rectangles and stuff. They wait till the bottom to long or the top to short. Nasdaq, similar situation. Didn't have as bad of a day. I mean, he's about the same, down 0.14%, kind of nothing burger day. Filled the gap, is just hanging out. And it would be cool to see the NASDAQ composite hold 14,422 as support, and it'd be a spring back test. So I'll just plot this right here. Maybe that holds. If not, you're going straight back down to 14,176. Right, maybe this little local support holds here. It's got its same, you know, supply line. Oh boy. All right, so nothing really significant occurring on these index funds right now, except they're just making local lower highs, lower lows. Russell 2000, the small caps, let me guess, it's stuck in the middle of the range still. Yup, and it did nothing. It's actually, it was up today, 0.61%, but dang man, if this is not Stucksville, yeah. Nothing. Still range bound. All right, we got requests now. Let's look at the requests. The first one of the day was, wow, Bitcoin. High side, this 4-hour candle, 56,350 right there. The first one of the day was, well. I think you know this asset, chat. It's called Tesla, and it is a trade setup. Pretty wonderful looking 3 rising valleys and a breakout and a back test, not once but twice, of an inflection point from history from March. Held it and has rallied, and now as of today, Tesla at its highest level since February. Whoa, very nice. So above this level, the price action correlation pretty much is straight up to 884. So I would say that's pretty good, man. Pretty good stuff happening for this one. Let's pull it up. We're so far off the entry now. This one was like further back though, right? Pretty sure. Just give me a sec. There it is. So good old Tesla. You're on the way. I mean, you have not, certainly not hit the target. But if we could just do a biopsy on this one for now, right? You can see kind of the argument, you know, the classic accumulation structure after a harmonic presents itself. And then above the 200 moving average all 3 times. It was just kind of a low risk area. Just like you have your stop below that previous low that was established, and that was it, man. And there was hidden bullish divergence on this valley, giving you some confidence to believe that a continuation was coming. Even though we don't know, it's not certain either. It just increases your probability that it would happen. And we're on the way. We're on the way, but it's slow going, man. It's the daily time scale trade, and you think eventually we'll get to that 883 target, and hopefully beyond. That's Tesla, dude. So thanks for the contribution, the request. Moving on. Yeah, dude, Tesla, that's great, man. Multi-month highs. Next one was MEHH, MIR, that broke a critical support and had then regarded it as resistance. Gross, right? You know, it's like if it could hold, it'd be good, and it didn't. It broke it. Back tested resistance. Awful. But yeah, I mean, the structural development here is incredible. Yeah. Yes. Well, I mean, it's like, of course, it can't always be perfect, right? It has to be a Gartley-Bartley. It can't just be a Gartley. It can't just be a bat. It has to be both. Again, man, this crypto market loves the Bartley, dude. I say the Bartley because it's a combination. It's a mix between the bat and the Gartley. It's like a Gartley that goes 1 fib node lower. It just keeps happening, man. So yeah, like what's going on? Why was this requested? Oh, incredible request, because Kalishnikov is like, okay, we got our reaction low, really nice reaction, and now we're possibly getting our reversal low, which is almost actionable entry levels. Dude, the 4 hour, man, like, wow. You got a bad action magnet move on the RSI, and you got bullish divergence too. This is like trade setup worthy stuff on MEHH. Look, man, this is what Scott Pine was saying. I mean, like, right? I don't do this ever, but like,
Ashix, when
I've
you
seen
get
him
the
do it, and
chance.
it's just like, look at this harmonic here. Look at that. I mean, that's a freaking harmonic, an M shape on the freaking RSI, and on the D point, it's hitting oversold, and that's higher than the previous low. That's pretty incredible, man. Again, I don't do this. It's not part of the formula, but you see it. It's just undeniable. It's crazy. So maybe you get some even more help on the daily. That'd be crazy. We're just having, hey, what's up, FD, man? Yeah, we'll look at that. Thank you, dude. Yeah, there was hidden bullish divergence, and it played out, and only to run up to test resistance as resistance again, and then dumped. So, but look what, you know, hour 20 minutes. You're working on a dragonfly doji or a potential hammer. See, buzzing noise, dude. Why y'all lying to me? Someone's out there saying there's buzzing noise. I mean, like, look, does this change the buzzing noise at all? I'm adjusting this gain right now, so I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. So the 4 hour argument's pretty freaking interesting. It's very good. It's got all the things you want, but the daily, you're not really getting any help here. No help on the daily. But the harmonic is discernible on the daily. Hold on, let me... But remember, it is MEHH, so it's like, okay, it's MEHH, dude. Yeah, so how would one take action on this? I really wish we could get it above 330 again, because I think it can go really high. But if this is it, if this is a type 2 return, if it is, then this is the area where one would be entering. Like, not even kidding. It's crazy, dude. So I would be looking at it like something like this. I mean, I would think just a stop below D. I mean, one could put a stop below X, man, but thing is, you could almost get away with taking profit at not even like aggressive targets, just the major level up here from May 23rd. It's almost equitable if you just had a stop below where it's trying to bottom out there. Like that. That's another level right there. So if you didn't want to do that and you said, well, it's not equitable, you could have a little bit looser stop and just something like that, 4 to 1, with a profit taking level at $3.66 or so, right? You know, just look at these levels, a low from June 13th and July 3rd, and look a high from July 15th, and right, obviously a support from August 26th. Look, it reversed here even on October 7th. So I mean, like, that could be a target on the second low, on the confirmation low. And then maybe you know, how we target for the second, pretty clear. Like, I mean, look at the response the asset gets at this 426 area, June 15th, June 28th, July 6th. Look at this, man. September 6th, September 11th, the 19th. That's a very clear target, right? Duh. And then a third target could be the top of the harmonic, or it could be swinging for the fence, because when you break that for real, oftentimes you go up to 542. But just for the sake of, you know, being a little bit conservative, you know, somewhat conservative, right, like that, top of the harmonic, tip of the harmonic to you. There you go, man. That's something. That's a way to size it up. It's a pretty loose or tight stop. One could loosen it a little bit more if they wanted. You know, something like that. You gotta have Bitcoin perform, probably, but that's it, man. Okay. Okay. Anyway, moving on, I guess. Bond is a similar situation here. Yep. So you got a bottom, and you might be going for that type 2 return. Scott Carney stuff. You're not quite there though, are you? And there's no edge. No edge on the 4 hour. There's no big, nice bullish divergence kind of yet. Okay. Not making the same low nor the lower low, and you're not oversold yet either, so no bad action magnet move. Well, the daily, any help on the daily? The daily, if you go any lower, I mean, you could end up starting to make classic bullish divergence, but no real signal yet, you know? I mean, it's just building negative momentum. There's not really much of a signal yet. This is a trade setup, actually. Yeah, it already is one, so... Yeah, you're still at like reasonable lower risk areas for a long, right? Because you're near an 88% retrace. That's an 88% sale on bond. Very nice harmonic structure. But just know it could go a little bit lower, and you could get a double bottom there. And on the second bottom, that's what we call the confirmation low, where market participants feel far more confident to believe the bottom is in. So that is where they place their bids. The first time, no one really knows. Second time, a lot of people think they know. And that's where they place their bids. That's where they take their bets. Okay. Next one. J-Mob, man. Franco Nevada. Doesn't look like it's quite there yet, you know. Yeah, candle open. So it's like an inflection zone, obviously. It's crazy. It's a crazy range, isn't it? Definitely bouncing, and there was definitely bullish divergence before it bounced, right? Or at least on the MACD, and it's playing out, but it's not making higher highs yet, and no one knows that this level is the support. I mean, you've reacted there, and that often happens. Like Bitcoin reacted at 58K or 57.5. It reacted there. It's pulled back, but no one knows the top's in yet. It may not be the top. So you go up there eventually again, and you test 57.5 for a second time. That could be where things get really not good, right? And then we get more major sell-offs. I don't know, man. I'm just telling you, market participants love confirmation. This is one time. It would be best if this asset sold off one more time, you know, after making a discernible swing high, and then made a discernible swing low that was the same, and then maybe somehow you got like classic bullish divergence on the RSI, and then you got like triple MACD bullish divergence. Right, so at these levels, it's cool that you bounce, right? Congratulations to the scalpers. That's why they bounce normally. You have scalping traders, right? They'll just have limit buys there, and it bounces, and then profit taking gets had, and then it sells off again. And then this, if it does this, that is what we're looking for. Double bottoms at inflection points. You just don't have it yet. So I would probably wait. And here's the other thing that's kind of like, clearly this is a potential shark, right? I mean, what's the deepest value perceived area? If you were being as conservative as freaking possible, it would be down here, man. It would be down at like 111, like an 886, and that's in no man's land. There's no support there. So I don't think you want to see this asset fall below 124, 127. It could be really bad. But if it doesn't, I surely would like to see it confirm the bottom there versus just one time. If it V-shapes, congratulations. That is not our thing. That's not what we're looking for. We want confirmation. I'm sorry. Moving on. Oh, Hex. Oh, man. 280 traffic in the house. You still here, dude? Yeah, I think this is the way we'd have to just look at Hex now, man. It's stuck. Stuck in a range. No edge. Not really. I mean, you could try to claim this is hidden bullish divergence. I don't know, dude. Lots of distribution going on, dude. Look, a high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, multiple lower highs. But I believe a patron brought something up that could be pretty interesting. What's up, Loco is free, dude?
Thanks for the heads up on XPR. Absolute kings.
Cheers, dude. Cheers. Yeah, that one's... We're talking about that one when it was at the literal bottom, like where the smartest of smart money would go, right? But, you know, time's progressed. So this is what someone, I think, was thinking about as an idea, like a wedge. I'm like, how did you get it as a wedge? I mean, dang, dude. It's not like a terrible idea. You adjust here. No edge, man. Nothing's like, there's no like good divergence yet or anything. Don't think we have a big harmonic structure. Man, I just think if you got down to like the 34 to 35 cent area again, it'd be so awesome. Maybe if you get even down to 36 cents and you... Dude, it just sucks because like there's no way it's going to show... It's really close. It's about to... I mean, like, I don't know. If you pivot here, it could be like hidden bullish divergence. But yeah, you kind of have like that going on. A falling wedge. Like definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. It's textbook. Meets the criteria. So I think like you might be a little far off the lowest risk entry area, right? Because that's 34 to 35 cents, undeniably. Because below that is straight down to 25 cents, and that's not even much of a support. So like the closer you can get to 35 cents, I think the lower the risk of an entry for a trade would be on this. So, you know, you're like 3 to 4 cents off that. And I would like to see maybe a higher low here be established and then hidden bullish divergence occur. That could happen. Maybe it gets oversold, still making a higher low. That'd be great. But yeah, I think eventually if it does pivot and rally, we're looking for 50 cents again. Okay. That's X. We'll see here. Next request. Yeah, old Shiba coin has recovered. Looks really strong right here. I mean, the wave structure could be insane. I mean, I don't even want to do this because I don't even want to make people take action on it, but I have to just look at this like I'd look at any other chart. And it's like, yeah, I think you kind of get what's going on if you know wave structures, right? It's like the drawdown, but then the rally, 65% rally. And it's like a bearish Gartley. It's the PCZ of a bearish Gartley. It reacted there. But what happens in really bullish conditions? Here's the thing. It could be over now. This is exactly where it comes up, maybe type 2 return and then dumps. And it's going to go way lower. Or what happens to busted Gartleys in really bullish conditions? They turn into crab patterns. There's one pattern completion zone, fib extension, and it's the 1618. So these are the outcomes, the potential outcomes. It either is done here, or it's going up to possibly
Bullish divergence on the 4-hour for Sol. Thanks for the help.
What's up, Sean, dude? Thanks for the 20, dude. I don't know. We'll look at it, man. We'll look. I just, or so like 4.4 1,000ths of a penny or something. Worthless still, even up there. But it's like all you can do, like on this asset. Let's look left. Just candle high close in the 4-hour right here from May. So it'd be going higher than that. Dang, dude. That's where it went up to. So yeah, those are the situations. Maybe I'll just do it like this. I don't know, I guess. Like that. It's either the bearish Gartley or the bearish crab pattern on Shiba. Okay, cool. Next request was for FD. Oh, it's a crypto, man. Oh, is this one Singularity Net? It's interesting. Definitely interesting here. Okay, I don't think I've been here, but like, how do you size this one up? It's like one bottom, second bottom. This one reminds me of Cardano a little bit, where I hate the wave structure kind of, if you're taking all of this, because it's just kind of like, wow, is it really? It's a deep retrace on B, like a 786, and then a deep retrace on Z, and it's like, you know what that is? That means it's a butterfly. That means a minimum 1272. If 29 cents doesn't hold, this is an easy target. I mean, doesn't even make sense strategically looking left either. And normally Singularity Net, if it doesn't hold 29 cents, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. So it goes straight down again. So you better hold this as support. It's tried once, it's tried twice. But when it tried the second time, really nice bounce. But dang, see, you gotta go like, what was the most discernible recent events that occurred on the chart? And it's like, you sprung, you back tested a spring. When an asset back tests a spring like that, normally it should be lights out, moon time. But it didn't do that. It like made a lower high than the previous high and started selling off again. And yeah, it's maybe making a local M shape here. But what are you gonna ignore the other part of the major structure? You're just going to be like X, A, B, C, D. And sure, it could pivot and bounce here. That's no problem. Just tough, man. So maybe you're range bound, and if it's above 29 cents, it's fine. If it falls below 29 cents, you're out. You want nothing to do with this asset. That's all I can tell you on this one, okay? And I'll do it just for the sake of fun, you know. It's like a cipher. No, it's like a freaking shark, you know. It's like, that's it. It's a shark, and it's above an inflection point, and below that's death. Above it could be amazing.
Noise!
Could you please check KD/USDT? Thanks, 0.000357444 BTC.
Oh, what's up, Mitre? Thanks, dude. Yeah, we'll look at KDA. That's me, dude.
District 0x analysis. Love the show.
What's up, Jeff Stone, man? Thanks for the 20, dude. Yep. Look, thank you. Oh, man, it's just tough. It's tough because you're omitting the other part of the structure. But then you're just like, oh, this is what happened, man. It's just harmonic exception. Oh my god, it's like bullish Gartley into bullish Shark. And at the PCZ, this is where reaction could occur, or again, it's like this. I know, man, it's a confusing one. It's confusing, and it's just like Cardano. How about that, dude? Wild. But yeah, so if one was taking their long, like, it'd be nice to get a reaction low or a reversal low, like a double bottom here and an edge. There's not an edge. There's nothing implying a reversal here. There, you know, like you made a low, you made the lower low, and you made lower levels on the oscillators. So that is convergence, bearish convergence. Nothing implies upside here. It's down 2.75% today, but is at a pattern completion zone of a small harmonic structure. It's rough. All right, next one. I guess XPR, since, you know, been doing crazy stuff. Yeah, dude, it's wild. I think the only way to look at this on the weekly, kind of, just want you to see this. It has hit the target, right? It has certainly hit and exceeded the target. Currently XPR, not XRP. XPR Proton has broken the March 29th high that week, and this week it's back tested and it's holding it.
Hey Mitch, can we take a look at Link? Thanks for everything.
Sure, Billy, man. Thanks for the 25 super chat. We'll look at Link that's been woefully underperforming Bitcoin and even Ethereum.
Hello Mitch, can we take a look at Bright UBT? Thanks.
What's up, S Pablo? Is that South Pablo? Where's North Pablo? Thank you, dude. Yep. Thank you. All right, so you understand that what happened on Proton last week on Sunday, the highest candle high close since August 10th. There is really no resistance unless you want to talk about the wicks here on weekly. You've got to understand what's happening right now. Now it's really overbought, so you know, have fun with that. The smart money was down here. This is all identified down here in the Patreon. 3.5 tenths of 1 penny and the breakout, and you see what happens, Larry. I mean, this is literally the whole reason why I have this on my soundboard.
You see what happens, Larry?
When you break an inflection point, you go straight to the next level most of the time. But this time you broke it and you're back testing it. Dang, strong. Looks like Ethereum when it was in its, you know, the 80s and 300s. Remember that, chat? Almost identical. Okay. Next one. Yeah, we look at this like every day and it's just like, what's the point? I mean, I was looking at it, thinking about it like a bear shark or cipher, but it has not been able to hit that. I think it's still fine until it makes a lower low than C point. It's all good for now. I mean, trying to engulf today, bullishly engulf. There's no edge. Nothing implying anything right now.
Noise!
Can we take a look at Bancor, ticker, BNT?
Sure, we'll get track.
Noise!
Sure, Peter, no.
Good evening, Lord Ray. Track/BTC, please. Thanks.
It was weird. It kind of like it inversed, y'all. Margin. Yes, we will look at Bancor, BNT. Sure. Thank y'all. We'll look. So I think like eventually this is gonna pivot, make a higher low than the previous low, and run, and eventually hit $200, 198 to $200. That's just me. Yeah, I really like to see it get above 150 and hold above it and stay above it. But there's just not much of an edge right now. Like we identified this when it broke out of this downsloping structure.
$SLP, thanks, smile.
Dang, it's almost like you got a bat, but a Gartley.
TDH.
What's up, Anonymous? We will. Thanks for the Ethereum contribution, man. Sure. Yeah, you can see an M shape here, can't you? Like, kind of like X, A, B. But it didn't go to the 886. It went to the 786. It's so annoying, man. These are like inverse and they're like contradicting Scott Carney, man. Like, what the heck, you know? Like, if this is a 50% retrace on B, the PCZ should be 886. And it still could go down there, for sure. But, is there action tick right now? I don't really think so. But what is it holding? It's not really holding anything. It's not back testing supports. Really, though, if you want to, this is why it's important. Like, look at this high from September 4th. Look at this low from the 8th of September, September 13th. September 14th. Look at this high from September 23rd, almost September 27th. Look at this low from October 6th. You get it, right? Huge area. You've got to break this and hold it. If you do, easy $20 upside, and that's when it could rally all the way back, you know, to 188 and hit the harmonic structure PCZs. Wow, dude, Bitcoin is at its highest level of this 4-hour candle, when at one point within the past 3 hours, Bitcoin was at just broken slightly below 40 or 54,000. It's now 56,460. $2,460 up from its low point. The swings, chat. It's going nuts, man. It's going freaking nuts. And this is what's going on. Like on the 4-hour, you do have MACD bullish divergence here. From a low to the lower low, implying a reversal here. But you got to rate the resistance on SOL. I don't see anything that's like, oh, it's trade setup worthy literally right now as I'm speaking to you. Okay. Dude, this is like literally trying to confuse people. Okay, this is called KDA. It's called Cadena. All right, KDA, not ADA, not Cardano, but Cadena. It's like the super southern redneck version of Cardano. We're going down the Cadena. Okay, we're gonna do our blockchain. Yeah, y'all heard of KDA? Yeah, dude. So, breaching resistance from October 5th and probably headed to 248. What else is there for the asset to do? It looks like a harmonic, too, that's pretty much at its pattern completion zone, right? Or near it. It'd be a shark, some sort. Dang, man, that's like, this is like, so you'd be asking, how is it? It's like, even if it keeps going up, man, these are not actionable levels for long, right? They're just not. If you're painting a huge W like this and you're near the end of it, now it could go to the 113% retrace here. Right? It could go all the way up to the $262, or sorry, $2.62, my bad. Ugh. Wow. So, but is there anything like, you're asking about it, it's up 11.34%, it's breaking resistance, but it's like retracing 88% from its previous high to low. These are just, they're not actionable areas for longs. I'm sorry, I don't care if it keeps going up. You keep taking longs on assets that are hitting 88% retraces of W's, you are going to eventually get destroyed. There ended up being hidden bullish divergence on this swing low right here from October 8th. Nice run. So that's kind of it, man. Could go higher. Oh, you know, because a shark, right? It's between the 886 and the 113. This is like the beginning of the pattern completion zone for this. Okay. KDA. KDA. And here's something cool, though. Something really cool on KDA. If all stays the same in 55 minutes, it will be the highest daily candle close ever. That's pretty nice. It's not bearish. And here's your good news, which kind of makes the argument for the harmonic structure weaker. There is no edge on the daily for bears. None. None, dude. So, like, I'm not saying it's a good area to long, but, you know, a lot of times people use these harmonics to short or something. It's not an area to short either, because you don't have, I don't know, I mean, you don't really have that much. You get high, a higher high or or a lower high. I mean, you just don't know. There's like nothing that's developed as buyers being exhausted. You just build another positive momentum histogram wick, and that could continue higher on much higher prices. It's just tough, man. So we know it's not a value area for long, and it's really not a strategic entry ever, but like it could go much higher just because the daily is not really bearish at all. What's up, Joe Mama? Thanks for 20, dude. Sure, we'll look at Sia coin. Yeah. ODNT, right? I mean, what is there about this? You know, it's like, so what was once resistance is resistance. 22 cents, can't break it, selling off. You know, you hit, I mean, pretty much the PCZ of a shark, right? The whole life of it is this. 886, almost, not quite, you know. Reaction low, but it'd be, if you waited for it to hit 10 cents again, that'd be the best. Right now, I don't think it's a good long, just because look at it. I mean, it ran up and hit the inflection points, rejected the 200-day simple moving average, sold off, has rallied. Look at the scam wick that went up to test the 200-day moving average to reject it again, and it's just right back here. I mean, it would probably be most prudent and conservative to wait till 10.65 cents for a confirmation low, type 2 return right here, and then moon. That's best. That's always the best. It's what we always look for. You just don't have it right now, and kind of showing hidden bearish divergence on the daily from a high on price and a much lower high on price with higher levels of positive momentum. There's just nothing like the combination of variables we look for. They don't exist here right now, not yet. They aren't here. So it's like, sure, it could just go up tomorrow, but based on luck, based on a coin flip. They don't have the things we want yet, but they could in time if you're patient and one waits for like 10 cents to even maybe 8.6 cents, which is actually the 886, you know. The actual PCZ.
Anonymous tipped $22.22. VeChain, best.
What's up, Anonymous, dude? Thanks for the twos. Repeating, of course. Yeah, we'll look at VeChain. Add to the list. All right, Chainlink was next. The yes is down 2%, and we did identify the potential for reset, even in an uptrend. And so, making a lower high, rejecting the 200-day some moving average, and now like falling below $25. I mean, yeah, you had the reciprocal ABCD that had a really good takeoff, but just can't. It's just underperforming so bad. Hidden, not just bearish convergence going on. I mean, this would probably be legendary opportunity for a long if Link ever got down to 1550 to 1650 again, like inflection points, supports, ice lines. There could be divergence there. Could be value perceived areas. It would be literally perfect if Link got that. Like if I could have it my way, if I was a market maker, I would push this price down to 1550 to 1650, and that's where I'd probably want to be, because I'd be perceiving an deep value down there. Right now, I mean, like, yeah, it's still valid, like, right? Hold on. I mean, even here, yeah, it's like even smaller harmonic. Let me make that only visible in the daily so we can see kind of like.
Noise!
Can you look at Velo, please?
What's up, Jeffrey? Yeah, we'll get Velo. Yep. So it was like, it was fine. It was like a trade for this, but it just couldn't go. I mean, like the target for the trade is $30 and change. 2 week, man, so far. 2 week. It's just underperforming the crap out of Bitcoin. Like, it doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes up or down. This asset can't catch bids to save its life. It's really bad. And so that way for a lot of coins, a lot of altcoins right now. But you can thank Bitcoin dominance for that. And thank God we were able to identify what it was doing. We knew it was bottoming out. I mean, it was too perfect. Multi-year Structure 886, man. Confirmation low. So chain link below inflection point that it needs to be above, making a lower high. I do like it right there though. It got oversold again. It bounced. You just, if you're in the trade, that will be done. One's like letting it ride, and if it gets stopped out, it gets stopped out. And if you're not in this, I don't know, but I don't think it's a good area to be going long literally right now, even though it could rally. Because we just looked at the daily, and it'd be amazing of an opportunity down here for full reset, like 16 bucks. Okay. Well, make it easy here. You don't have to really. Wow, that's unreal, dude. Unreal. I haven't looked at this, dude. I have not looked at this in so long. All right, so let's move this over where the 1618 was, right? It exceeded it. Yeah, I know that happens, man. But look what happened on the type 2 return. Like way closer, pretty much at it, and it's dumped since then. How about that? UBT, can't tell you the last time I've looked at it. So great, man. This happens in crypto. It goes berserk. It went to 428. But okay. So now it's like you could think reasonably. I mean, maybe. How about this, you know? From that to this. Even this. Like, okay, that's a 50% retrace. You've already broke the BAMM. So you won't be waiting for a reset. 886. Which would take you all the way down to 130. That would make the most sense, right? Waiting. It went insane. It was amazing, dude. It was so crazy. But I think it has a lot further to fall. Now, if it holds above, you know, 182, 188 area, I mean, that's a real inflection point. You've seen it act as a, like, you can clearly see what happens historically when it acts as a resistance. It dumps hard all the way down to like 86 cents. From 188 to 86 cents. That's terrible. So it's like if it breaks that, it's in a lot of trouble. It might go lower than the 886. But this is just a bat pattern, right? You could even look at it like this, making that the major low, and then, you know, just a little bit lower right there. So I wouldn't be touching it right now based on the wave structures and stuff. Look, I mean, there was like a double bottom and hidden bullish divergence down here on UBT back in July, and crazy run. Hold on a sec. Man, oh, my throat's like killing me, dude. Oh, it's not killing me. It's like it just keeps drying out, right? Just little parts of my throat dry out and it just makes you like cough. You know, your eyes water. I hate that, man. Okay. Oh, God, man. So BNT, you know, like back in July was really reasonable area to strategize along. Right? God, dude, I'm about to go get some water, man. This coffee's not doing it for me. Reaction low, reverse low. Okay, I'll be right back. Jesus. Okay, so that was a reasonable level. I mean, that would have been an entry of a trade setup, right? If it sprung like that. And then obviously a target would have been, look, left. I mean, February 22nd, May 26th, June 3rd. It topped out there, and it's been selling off, making lower highs, lower lows ever since. So if you were going for a full reset, you haven't even done it yet. Haven't even done it yet. Could look at it like a couple ways. Might be reasonable to look at it like this. 50%. Oh, of course, right? 50%. So like, duh. Wouldn't it make the most sense ever to wait for BNT to eventually get down to 280 because it lines up with the critical level? And it'd be a real as F spring back test? Yeah, wouldn't you be waiting for that? And if it doesn't happen, who cares? Move on, man. There's like thousands of assets you can trade. Why wait? Like, why not just be concerned? Have an alert set up around 280 and 285 and wait for the beep. If the beep never comes, screw it. Whatever. It's in the middle of a range, man. Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. It will eventually be right back down. So just wait. One could just wait on BNT. Pattern completion zone of a bullish bat. That just happens to line up strategically with the high from August 6th. And it'd be a back test of a spring. You sprung, but you didn't really ever back test the spring in July. So that would be the spring back test. It'd be great to wait. BNT. That's it. Okay, next one. Oh, okay. Well, this one did really nice stuff, but it like started taking off. I mean, I've been here before. I have actual trend lines here. What the heck? Okay, here we are. Dang, man, this is actually pretty nice. Ooh, I like it. Okay, I had the buying climax, then it did the full reset. Did this thing not do a full reset? 88% retrace. You know, scam wick. Forget the scam wick. With this right here, from the low to the high up there, it lost 88+% of its value. Even back tested null level from September 2018. Rally sold off, and now it's making a higher low. Accumulation going on. But at the same time, that stuff, that was like a harmonic, right? Damn, man, that was like almost a perfect bat. Look at that, dude. It's like 886. The levels like 1, 2, 3. How many times did it hold though? Shoot. That's crazy, man. Really not even a big of a. I guess you would say back here from October 2018 and November, all over there. So it held that, and now it's rallied, but now it's up against another major resistance that goes back to April 2019. So if we could break that, immediately would be going to 1400 sats, but it hasn't yet. But I do like the low, the same triple bottoming, and now making higher lows. And look at this on the daily for track to BTC. Hidden bullish divergence is very well developed and could begin to like start really playing out. I mean, and go positive on momentum and maybe break resistance or not. It's, look at this, the past 3 days failed to break the resistance of 1130. Couldn't do it, man. Couldn't do it. So all I can do is tell you about the levels. And like you had, I guess, levels at 600 sats, 395 sats, supports, and now you have resistance 1130, 1406. Above 1406, though, that's where the fireworks start. I mean, that's where incredible markups happen. You couldn't do it. You tried in March. You were like, oh, we're breaking out. Up thrust failed. So if you ever break 1400, that's where insane things happen, okay? And so look at it like this, maybe. I mean, this surprises me, the US dollar pair altcoins. Right? It's a perfect shark. Perfect shark, and then another shark. You can think about like reaction low, maybe reversal lows. It's nice. Momentum has shifted, certainly. Not bad. Wow, a BTC pair that doesn't look like death. You know, it's actually looking like pretty good. Not bad. I don't know, there's a lot of altcoins that just aren't looking good right now. I mean, that's just the way it is sometimes. Looking at SLP, still here, no change. Only thing is like you're now trying to regard on the 4 hour, it's a candle close right there. Pretty weak, but it's definitely at like these low risk areas, lower risk areas anyway, right? Look, the candle low close back from May 23rd on the 4 hour. You're trying to regard it as support now, right? Trying to. And you're just using that 200 moving average as resistance now. It's not deep, but look, even if you go here, it's just, dang, it actually could be a perfect Gartley. Oh my God, dude. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so pay attention to SLP. You don't take action on it, but pattern completion zone of an actual bullish Gartley that are just becoming more and more rare now because we keep seeing Gartleys go to the 886. It's trying to regard this high from September 27th as support at the pattern completion zone and the 144. No edge. No edge on the oscillators. So it's like, we're, you know, our variables, we got a Gartley and we got a nice line. That's pretty good, but it'd be nice to have those two along with a clear, discernible edge on the 4 hour oscillators. So above 7.1 cents, really good. Below it, you're going to 6.1 cents again, probably. Okay, just keep making higher lows. I think this is it, man. I think this is a full reset, lower risk areas. And if it holds and all that, I think 13 to 15 cents is your target eventually. Okay. That's it. No, it's not a Bartley. It's an actual real Gartley. Right? Just from the previous discernible swing low from here, XA, BCD, that's it. This is like it, man. This is where we should be seeing reaction, possibly reversal. Oh, man. I'm dying, dude. I've been live for 1 hour and 20 minutes now. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, the bell. So thanks so much for being here. Pay attention to SLP. We got a Gartley, an actual Gartley, and it's perfect. Do not ignore this. Don't you dare. Kind of like, look, it's kind of like Bitcoin dominance in ways where it's like it had the full reset, the whole M shape at ice lines, holding it as support, now showing levels of accumulation at this level. And now you're meaning to tell me that this beautiful mini structure is developing, giving us another higher low? Do not ignore it. Pay attention. If you're not taking action, just watch it and see what happens. And then you can watch the beauty of the Gartley. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I gotta at least post that. I mean, that's pretty. Was that Jose? No, that was anonymous. Anonymous tip for SLP. Okay, so let's move on. The next request. We got a lot today. Thank y'all. I mean, y'all make this stream, dude. This is a request show, and you know, depending on how much you invest in yourself and how much scanning you do, could depend on how high quality the request is. It could be terrible. An asset being up 50%, you're requesting it. There's nothing that any of us could do. It's like that's not a value area. It's marked up already. It's over. You know, you missed it. We're looking for ones kind of like this. You know, like dang, deep value areas lost. Complete reset. Multiple higher lows. Gartley showing up. You're at PCZs of Gartleys and back tests of ice lines. Are you kidding me? That's what these are the requests. I mean, we just went through a bunch of them. It's like a lot of them are just not that good today. And it's not that I'm ungrateful for the contributions. It's just, you know what I'm talking about, right? What we're looking for. This is probably one of the best ones today. See a coin that did its own thing. It reminds me of GRT, pretty bad performer, right? Had the whole crazy harmonic complete reset. I mean, talking like 200-day structure, reaction low, reversal low, nice reversal, right? In levels of inflection. at least from, you know, February 27th. Ran up and only hit a 23. I mean, it went higher. It went to like a 35% retrace before pulling back. So still a pretty shallow, moderate retrace. Massive underperformer, where we have harmonics across this market, chat, that are hitting C and A and even exceeding those and going to the 1272 to 1618s, right? Across this market, we have multiple ones. Not all of them, and really not even that many of them, but we do have ones doing that. This one's in the GRT category where it's like, really? That's it? It's pretty trash so far. But I'll tell you this. What it's trying to do, this old high from February 13th and 21st of this year, it's been a resistance before. It's actually become a support, but it's running on, it's making lower highs. So it's like, is it actionable for a trade right now as I'm speaking to you? I don't think so, man. I mean, like, it's going to be a harmonic. It's a deeper retrace than we're getting. There's no edge right now. Is there?
Noise!
Not really, man.
What do you think about CHZUSDT?
What's up, big dude? Chili's? No, I don't know. We'll look at it, man. Thank you, dude. Meh. Super meh on this. It's already X, A, B, C, D. So, if anything, at least like, you know, 1.5 cents. Lower levels. Look, it can go up right now. It could literally pump right now. And it's like you flip the coin, it goes that way. But what we're looking for at certain levels, right, are a bunch of variables, and this just doesn't have it. Unfortunately, man. So if it doesn't have those things, all I can tell you are the levels that are real. I mean, like, there's that one level that it's still below from May and June. It's below that right now. Can't break that level.
Noise!
Yo brother, can we look at AVAX?
What's up, Sahir? Yeah, we'll look at it, man. Thank you, dude. Yep. Okay, next one. The next one. Hey, we got a sound clip for it at least, right? It's really not, though. It was very similar to Binance Coin. I mean, if it's above 9.8 cents to 10 cents is okay, man, right? It's okay, and you know, like, stay above that and you'll be fine. You know, it's like almost like VeChain has the same market participants as Binance in ways, right? It's forming that same scuffed potential inverse head and shoulders, just like it painted a pretty nice looking falling wedge structure, broke out, underperforming BNB now. I think BNB had that news-driven catalyst, but at this point, it's just like, okay, anything above 9.5, 9.8 cents, I think you're okay. Below it, you're going to 8 cents and then 6 cents. So, that's it. That's your cutoff. Those are your levels, right? Because am I saying, like, is there an edge? Is there anything implying it's time to take a long? No, not right now. Not literally right now. If there was, we would know, right? Because we constantly are looking for the same things over and over and over again. But hey, if it stays above 9 cents to 10 cents, I think it eventually could go to 14 and 15 cents again. So if you stay above these two orange lines right here, then I'm like using my mouse to right here. If it stays above that long enough, it very well could go to 14, 15 cents. Below that, I don't know if you want to be messing with it, really, right? Because hey, it'll paint a sharp pattern. Okay, great, dude. There's just no edge. No edge right now. And that's unfortunately just the way it is right now on this market. There's hidden bearish divergence. Certain hidden bearish divergence on the daily. So, implying a continuation of the downside. You just tested the 200-day simple moving average as resistance, not support, man. It's just, what? If anything, like, if you really wanted to be conservative here, seriously, and you wanted to wait, you know what to do, you wait until an 886, 6.7 cents, right? That'd be it. That's what we'll wait for. It's just hard to be like, okay, it's a great time to long chat when hidden bearish divergence presenting itself on the daily and you're rejecting the 200-day simple moving average as resistance and Bitcoin dominance is bottomed out. It's just hard for me to be saying that, right? I think you would like understand I'm kind of like, I'm not frustrated, but I'm just kind of like, I want there to be opportunity on these requests, and there's a lot of them that just aren't showing that right now. But they could in time. Sorry. Extremely grateful, y'all, but you know, for the requests and the contributions. Like, it's like keeps this show going, man. You know, I'm trying to look for Velo, but now my search is being weird. Come on, dude. Hello. Oh, it's a crypto. Yeah, someone's just like, okay. Here's your Velo that has broken below the May 27th, like all these ice lines, and now it's like wow, you know what you're about to do? Chat, this is breaking news on Velo. In 28 minutes and 43 seconds, if all stays the same, this will be the lowest candle close of all time. Is that something that sounds like it's a great actionable event or occurrence? No. No. So I mean, what do you want to do? It's like, it could be double bottoming. Could it? Like, there's no signal. There's no bullish divergence. You're not testing a support. There's nothing here besides it looks like it's right at the previous around the same level from September 26th. So until it gets back above 28.7 cents, I don't like it. If it gets above that and back tested as support, it could be actionable for long. It's just not doing that. What we'd be looking for here eventually, I don't know when it's going to bottom out. And it just makes a 12721414 fib extension from the previous low to high, and then it rallies and then does this. That is where we'd be taking longs, and then the target would be the next resistance. But it hasn't done that yet, and until it does, you can't be long.
AMP please, good sir, bro man, 420 blaze it.
What's up, Dak man? AMP, not A. Oh man, I thought you said AMD. I was gonna be excited, man. Sure, dude. So history is upon us on Velo, and it's not good history. It's bad history. Weird. So no edge either. It's like just nothing. At least on a significant time scale. I guess we can go the 4 hour. 4 hour, I guess there's maybe MACD bullish divergence locally going on. And now you're in the bearish control zone. You're not oversold. You get where I'm at? Like, I just don't. Why settle? Like, what do you gotta, why settle? There are thousands of assets to look at. And I wouldn't be long on Velo, even though it could go up, man. Congrats. Chili's, beautiful, man. This was identified. It was a cipher. Reaction low, reversal low. What a stupendous rally to an inflection point. And what it do at the inflection point, it reversed. But it's pivoting and it's attempting some hidden bullish divergence. Very nice. Let's go, dude. Finally something. Trying to imply a continuation here. It's trying to. A bullish engulfing candle will be confirmed on the 4 hour in 25 minutes. Hidden bullish divergence also on the RSI. So this, you would think like, okay, if it holds here, the target would probably be 36 cents again to test it once more. If it ever broke that, the 36.7 cents, you got to regard 41.7 and 45 cents because these are highs. But, historically, besides these levels, it goes up to 57 cents almost every time. So, yeah, this one looked pretty good, and now it looks pretty decent too on the 4 hour. It looks like there could be more upside here. Chili's. Yep. Decentralized baby back ribs or something, right?
Hi Mitch. I'm gonna put my last dollars on one asset. I can't choose between XRP, Mirror Bar. If it was your money, what would you choose? Cheers, my Ann.
I don't know, dude. We'd have to look at those. on a chart, right? I don't know. So you're like saying, could you look at 3 charts for me on this stream for $3.33 when everyone else is diving 20 for one? Then that wouldn't really be fair to them, would it? I mean, thank you, dude. I don't know. All right, next one. Ugh. This one looks like it might be coming down to 43.86 soon. Right? AVAX was a beautiful harmonic. It went insane. But then it finally started stalling out. Like you made the high, the highest high ever, and then you sold off, and now you made a couple lower highs than that previous highest high ever. And you're selling off again. Lower high, now lower low than the previous lows. So momentum's kind of shifting here. And you also go to the daily. I think this is the daily candle high close. It is. Yeah. Daily candle high close. You're below it now. You are below this again for the first time since September 21st. You didn't spend much time there. You did not get a candle low close below there. I mean, it 23 minutes happens. It'll be the, you know, lowest candle close since September 14th. But it,
Look at Dash, looking bad.
Yeah. What's up, Varize? We'll look, dude. Thank you. Is it looking bad? I mean, a lot of them look bad. A lot of them just look like crap, man. I mean, it's like they could start pivoting and reversing, but a lot of the alts are just like doing kind of like these running up and making substantially lower highs than previous highs, and now they're making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and now they're starting to break like inflection points from history, and there's a lot of downside on them. It's just, they're just not, they could reverse, but I'm just saying they're just not looking that great right now. Anyway, so this will be the first time AVAX is closing a candle below the daily close from February 10th since September 14th. So to me, it's just like this thing had its run, and it could be correcting now. Maybe you get back above 54.71 and $60, then you're good. But if you don't, I think your next target is 43.86. So there's the downside here from where it is literally right now. There's still 20% downside before the next kind of major inflection point, I think. If there was ever a time for an asset to lose 20% of its value, it would probably be after it runs up 780% in a couple months, right? Yep. Okay, so that's it for AVX. Certainly no value up here. There's no long opportunity right now, just based on just the fundamentals of this chart where it's so high and it's run up so much and it's not doing things anymore that it was doing. It's now making lower highs than previous highs locally. Negative momentum, highest level ever, or at least matching it, or right close to it. Not oversold, just now getting to the bearish control zone. You're right around 40.
Noise!
Show me what excites you, Daddy AMD.
Are you calling me daddy? I've been called daddy before.
I feel so good!
What? Okay, we'll move on. Yeah, amps, I think like just doing that consolidation still, right? Where is it? Where's all the data? Hold on. I gotta find the one chart, you know, that has all of it. On it? No. Oh, it's Gemini, right? Yes, Gemini. So unfortunately, right, just couldn't make it happen, but it's not dead yet. Not dead yet. Man, such a beautiful harmonic. Such a good reaction low, reversal low,
Also,
rally.
can you check out BCH? Another one that looks like it's in some value areas. Hard for me to be short on all these altcoins.
Well, look, dude. Thank you, Varize. Yep, we'll add that one to the list. Much love. Been live 1 hour 40 minutes now. Uh-oh, it's like the days of old. So I think momentum shifting structure, resistance is resistance again, and now you're dumping, and now you're going probably back down to 4.2 cents again. Hopefully you can just make a higher low than these two lows and it'll be good. But it's just every time it just keeps making higher lows. Every time it makes a 90% retrace, it goes up 100% plus every single time in history. Is it going to be different this time? That sucks, right? I don't even know. Is there like some crazy demand line going on? I mean, yeah, it could go there too, right? Think about these levels. Go all the way down to 4.02 cents. You know, there's that there. So, but yeah, you gotta think about it like this too. It's like it does that, and it's like a high, the higher high, the higher high, the highest high, then a lower high, a lower high, a lower high. Good God, is the momentum like massively shifting here with distribution? Dude, these altcoins, I just don't. It's hard to make sense of it. It's just like, is it really that bad for them? Are they gonna underperform this bad with Bitcoin dominance bottoming out? Like, how low are they gonna, and how do they get so devastated when Bitcoin goes to like 88K or something like that, right? Because it actually looks pretty freaking good. It's still okay for now. Maybe like it just makes like a daily discernible double bottom, you know, and anything above 4 cents, 4.1 cents is okay. Below it, and it's starting to get a little weird, man. Is Dash looking bad on the daily? I mean, it's certainly not looking that great, man. At least you don't have hidden bearish divergence, you just have bearish convergence. So you think, right? But like Chainlink, this is very similar to Chainlink in ways, right? Where a complete reset's coming, could be, right? And how do we know that? Based on the wave structure, where we know it's a bat, right? It has to be a bat. It's a 38% retrace on B, and then a lower high on C, meaning we know, like, no matter what, the pattern completion zone has to be the 886. So like the PCZ is going to be down at 120, but how does it get there with such a strong, powerful support resistance between 133 and 144? That might be the area where it has to go down to test and hold before going higher. So I don't think there's an edge. There's nothing implying upside on the daily right now. And it didn't quite go deep enough if we're talking about harmonic structures. It went, I don't even think it went to 786. Kind of like 75%, so it was close. But again, if you're going to abide by the rules that are taught in the textbook, it's like this would be the pattern completion zone 121.
Noise!
Can you check out MEHH/BTC? Thank you, Mitch.
What's up, P? Thank you, dude. Yeah, we'll look at that. Sure. Sure. Look, a high, look, the high, the lower high, then a lower high, then a lower high. God, below the 200-day moving average too. Gross. You want to be above the 200-day moving average consistently. You're just below it, below it, below it now. You're having a lot of trouble. Bitcoin does not look like this. A lot of alts do. It's weird. There's like a crazy decoupling that's been going on with these, right? You been noticing that? They have been synced up so well all summer. Like identical late May, early June double tops, just like Bitcoin. Same lows, like in bottoming out with Bitcoin. And now it's just all different. Bitcoin's just going up, and these are just, think about it. Like even from here, this was like, hey, Bitcoin is up here, like 60K, right? This is where Bitcoin would be. Bitcoin would be like up here. But Dash didn't even come close to that. Most of them didn't. Only some did. Only not many did compared to most. Most are like Dash. Got some separation going on, some decoupling, at least for now. Okay, AMD. Well, it's like, you know, like what's so good about it, it's just, where is my freaking data, man? Really? Guess it didn't save. Dude, yeah, AMD is still just as good as it was when I posted this trade setup. I mean, it's actually better, of course, you know, because it got that gap up or whatever. But it's a falling wedge, and it broke out of the falling wedge, and the target's a gap fill at 118.81. One bottom, two bottoms, right? reaction low, reversal low. But yeah, I get it. I mean, obviously, it'd be the best if it ever got to $97.90, $98. Because that's the top of the range. Remember this? Remember the partial decline before moon? So, yeah, I think that gap's probably going to fill right here, 103.69. But one bottom, why I liked it so much was the confirmation low you're getting. And then the breakout. Right, AMD. That's why I like it for now. Yeah, you just gotta wonder, like, how is it that these alts are looking so bad? They're just making lower highs, lower lows, but look at total. Total's like, what, 7, 8, 9, 10% away from all-time highs? Let's check this out. Let's see percentage-wise where 9.8%. Let's say 10% away from all-time highs. And these altcoins are not even close to those highs. Most of them are not even close to those highs that we painted in May. Not even close. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, next one. Oh man, isn't like 3 falling peaks here? It's Bitcoin Cash even doesn't even look that good, man. I'm telling you, dude. It's just, look, dude. You got levels. And what has it done recently? One of these extremely major levels from January. It's being regarded as resistance. And then if you zoom in, oh man, the distribution going on is so disgusting. And I hope it reverses. I hope it's like a falling wedge, right? But someone could perceive it like 1, 2, 3
How
peaks.
bad does PTX look? Going back down to $13-ish. Thanks.
What's up, Jerome, dude? I don't know. We'll look at it. Post it up. Sorry, dude. It's like I'm struggling here. So is it this, or is it like, you know, a channel or something? I don't know. What would we do if we plotted trend lines here? It'd just be like a down. Would it be a falling wedge? It could be considered a falling wedge, maybe. Yeah, I mean, right? It's really tough, right? Because there's an argument for bears and bulls, I
Hey Mitch,
guess.
can we look at QRDO/USDT? Thanks, man.
What's up, Retta? Yeah, we'll look at that. Thank you. Add it to the list. It's a channel, dude. It's not a wedge. It's like a freaking channel, dude. Look, let me get out the parallel channel tool and we'll just show you. Let's do 1 and 2 on the top. Oh, it's a perfect channel, right? So it's not a falling wedge. Maybe it's down slipping consolidation. Someone be like, is it a flag? Don't know. We got some really nice distribution going on after testing and failing to break it. I mean, you like up thrusted and back tested the up thrust. You call that is literally the same as a spring back test of spring, but a bearish one. So it's tough, man. If I have to ask all these questions, I have to pull out, what is it? Pepe, TA, Sylvia or whatever it's called. You know, that's not good for a trade. You want all the stars to align where there's no doubt, there's no question. This thing had a really nice run, and now I have to guess at inflection points that it just failed and confirmed it failed. Is it a flag? You don't know. So it's really coin flip chance. There's a lot of downside, dude. The price action in between 513 and 617 is straight up, straight down, 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 straight up. You get it, right? So if it's failing to break that and confirming it, it could go straight down to 513 again, and then creates a harmonic structure. And that'd be pretty interesting. See what I'm saying? It's just, whoa. No thanks, man. I mean, like, you could do something. Go ahead and gamble. But I would just prefer to find something where I don't have to ask all these questions, you know? Oh, I like this Morpheus. What a run it's been on, huh? Jeez. Yeah, this is it, dude. I mean, like, it broke out. Look at this, dude. Morpheus. I'll tell you where the real opportunity was, right? 88% retrace in the previous low in a range. Lower risk areas, 886s, right? If you're in a range and your asset runs up, hits the top, or even exceeds it, and then it comes back down and loses 88% of its value, that's always the value perceived area. So the time to maybe be requesting Morpheus was around June to late July. So you had like a couple months to be requesting an asset at a value area, an 886, near the bottom of a range, right? Because now look at it, like there's nothing we can do now. I mean, like if it stays above 59696173, then it could very well go to 10,000 to 11,000 almost, right? But it's not value. And have you really even back tested it successfully for real? I mean, you fell below and you rallied. That's not back testing. When you fall below support, what should be a support, and then you rally back above it, that's a spring. You need to go test it and touch it and then go. So maybe it goes back to those levels to regard it as support, but it's already run, right? It had a really, think about it, since late July, this asset has appreciated in value. How much? 400% at the highest point. It was up almost 500%.
MTV Daily has all sorts of hidden bullish divergence so close to going green. Can we look? Thanks, Mitch.
Yes. Well, look, dude. Thank you, man. Colorado Trader, dude. Sharky on both sides, huh? Oh, snarky. No, I'm saying like, I said imagine being a viewer or a patron and being surprised that Bitcoin pulled back at 57,500, right? That's what I meant. That's all I meant. Because that's a level where historically it's happened before and it could happen again, and it was the second target of the trade setup. That's what I meant. I don't understand. And it was considered snarky. This noise sounds like freaking the Forest Temple in Zelda. It's terrible. Okay, you just can't. What do you want me to do here, dude? Value at 886s. Divergence at 886s. Bottom of ranges. Those are the best areas. Up here, it's almost impossible. 500% up. A couple months, it's like I don't know what to do. Like I can just tell you what the levels are. If it holds above 6K, it could very well eventually go to 10.1, 10.7K. That's it. It's a bullish snark. I guess that's me, dude. Next request. Whew. Y'all put me to work today, man. Is this Prodex or Pokedex? 13, let's see. Definitely, oh yeah, it probably is Pokedex. I've been here before too. Well, actually been here. And we had painted the levels, and it's below the level now. Yup. Yes, sir. Here are your levels, right? I mean, you had a major one at 1650, 1680. Another pretty major one, clearly, you know, between 2368 and 2480. You got another one at $13 to $14. Those are the only ones on the chart, really, that are majorly important. So an X, an A, a B, a C. C to D. You broke the BAMM. So, I mean, the next target's $13. Like you asked, is it going back down to 13? Why not? Why would it not? Like, it would be weird to just reverse bullishly here, you know? It's like, it. So, yeah, I think minimum 13.11 to go test that bottom. But if it doesn't hold, you could be in a lot of trouble and be going for that full reset of the 886. Excuse me. What we're talking about, 50% retrace on B and a lower high on C. That's the bat. So the 886 For a full reset, 761 PCZ. I think that's it.
Noise!
Curious, what you and the community would recommend or like to see for TA tattoo? The legendary Gartley, a bat, crab, what say you?
It's got to be the Gartley, man. It's got to be the Bitcoin Gartley from early 2019. 33.43 entry of the trade setup. And then it went all the way to pretty much $14,000. Has to be the bullish Gartley, right? Heck, do we have an NFT of it that someone owns? And they spent like almost $2,000 on it, right? I mean, well, and now it's appreciated in value and it's worth technically $3,000. Tattoo the NFT. I think we could do that. Yeah, if you want to, if JMO gets a bullish Gartley tattoo, what does he do? He takes a picture of it and then we NFT it and then you can own his tattoo on him or something. I don't know. He gets paid royalties for it. Dude, I don't know, dude. So that's it. That's all we can do. There's no action to take on Polkadex. Minimum $13 target just because it's an inflection level. It's a zone of support. If it doesn't hold, full reset. Take it because there's no support straight down, straight up. So you could only think it would be going to 761, 757, right? Yep. Okay. Gotta move on. That'd be legendary though. You'd be the first person to get probably a harmonic tattoo ever, right? I mean, maybe there's someone out there. Heck, maybe Scott Carney's telling us and we don't know that he has one already secretly. Is there another exchange with more data? No, there actually isn't, man. Wow. Wow, man, this is kind of whack here, isn't it? There's not much data at all on this chart on QRDO. It is just right now butting up against the highest candle close of all time from August 31st at 239. It has not broken it. There really isn't, I mean, maybe you could say the RSI is bearishly diverging, not the MACD. Heck, there was just hidden bullish divergence on the MACD histogram. Now you're building positive Momo again. If you break 239, there's no resistance. It could be pseudo price discovery, right? I don't even know how you'd fib here. I mean, would you just fib from the candle high close to the candle high close? It's probably what you would do. You would not regard this weird, crazy psycho wick that goes up to $1 billion. Just Fibonacci wise. Candle high close to candle high close, and then reasonable fib extensions, right? Like 282 would be the 1272 fib extension, the 1414 $3 and change, and then the 1.618 is 337. I think that's probably how one would look at targets here. That's all you got, man. But it's on the cusp of a breakout, and it's certainly not broken out yet. Good news, it's not overbought either. So probably this like nice little channel here, right? Oops, wrong tool. Kind of like that, and it's like breaking out. Heck, it's like breaking out of the channel. Yeah, man, tough on these. There's just no data, but yeah, it could break out to its highest candle close ever. It hasn't done that, and doesn't look like it'll be do it in 38 seconds. But maybe soon. Maybe have an alert set up so you just know that QRDO is breaking out. I guess, you know. We do have to stall out on for a second on the requests. Look on the 8s. We have 10 seconds until your daily candle close. That looked like it was gonna be a bad one, and then it wasn't so bad. Let's go to Bitcoin. Then we'll get back to it. Here it is. This is how it's closing. So one thing though that I think 5150 was talking about. Well, I know I plotted it too. It was not that bad. It was actually pretty good. Look at this channel. You just kind of got this local structure that's upsloping, that's kind of being respected pretty well. And on the 60-minute, look at that 200 moving average being tested. Pretty cool. And definitely some hidden bullish divergence going on both oscillators on the 60-minute. And what a spectacular bullish pin bar. Jesus chimes for the new day. Bearish and golden candle in the 60-minute too, though. But like, yeah, I mean, you see a low on price, candle close on the low, lower. Here's your lowest candle close, and then you have the higher candle close, and with higher levels of negative momentum, lower levels relative strength, and a crazy bullish pin bar. So it's like also like, dude, we're going to the 60 minutes to take all this with a grain of salt. 60-minute is salt grain territory. I mean, you went to the 886. Well, candle close was like 786, right? Thing goes to like 113% retrace is nothing, but okay. I mean, 60-minute really isn't too bad, man. Not too bad. But yeah, at these levels, after such a nice run, right, where this was a profit-taking level for a trade, it's still just not that great areas to be strategizing longs. It's just not. It's not.
Noise!
Can you look at SHIB? I think that puppy stole the altcoin show. It pumped at the same time BTC pumped, and the two of them dumped the alt's liquidity. Only thing that makes sense to this.
So Mike, thank you for the 20, but we have looked at SHIB already, but I guess we can go back to it, whatever. It's kind of tough to do anything when it's already back up, Looks okay. We'll look at it again. Thanks, man. So there you go, your Bitcoin, dude. Your Bitcoin, 60-minute. Why not, right? I spoil you looking at the 60-minute. And just think about it, man, how psychotic this would be. I mean, it would be real. If it started pivoting here and running again, it would actually be quadruple hidden bullish divergence. Quadruple, man. I wouldn't even be able to believe it, man, would you? Because it'd be another higher low than the previous low before it. Wow. We'll see what happens. Okay, so multivac, yeah, dude, absolutely. Here, right? It's like doing something pretty spectacular. Certainly. Support resistance from history is being regarded as support right now. You just had a confirmed 4-hour bullish engulfing candle, and you have hidden bullish divergence in development. Yes, this is a very nice little combination of variables right here. Yep. Wow, finally, dude. It's like everything we look at is just like crap, and it's like questions, and you just think, okay, I mean, so yeah, it's trying to hold support. It's back testing the support, hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour MACD, and a bullish engulfing candle, and you just did close back above the 4-hour 200 symbol moving average. So you got some variables right there that are pretty interesting. And I think if it was going to hold this for real at 1.7 cents, the target would be 2.19 cents. The candle high closed back from September 5th. That's it. That would line up pretty well with a dragon pattern, a breakout of a dragon. You're working on the dragon tail right now. Also, dragons turn into what? They turn into their own harmonics, right? Well, look at the 786 is pretty close up there, right to that level, and it could go to the 886 even, become a shark, right? You get it. It's not bad. MTV is not too terrible. Daily has all signs of all sorts of hidden bullish divergence. Does it? Yeah, kind of. It just went positive on momentum on the daily for the first time since September 19th. Dang, man. I'm talking almost 2 months, right? And again, it's holding support. So again, I would not be surprised if this holds 1.7 cents. I would not be surprised if it runs eventually to 2.1 cents again. Can't be surprised. That's it. Really nice bullish hammer right here on the 8th of October. Not a green one, but it was real. That's a bullish looking hammer right there. And then an engulfing candle after. Dang, man. rough over here. Okay. All right, so let's go back to Shiba Inu coin just because it was requested again. Wow, we caught up on request, thankfully. Whew. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. So it was like it's either done now and it's gonna dump and eventually go back down to 1693, 1721 because it's at the pattern completion zone of a textbook bearish Gartley. Could be just done now and just it's gonna dump. Or it goes for a type 2 reaction and then double tops on a lower and then dumps, right? Or it's too strong and the bearish Gartley is invalidated and then it runs up and busted Gartleys become what? Crabs. Bearish crab patterns. And the pattern completion zone would be 4460-ish. Okay. So these are just not really levels to be taking longs on Shiba if you are looking at bearish Gartleys staring you in the face at pattern completion zones, but at the same time, go up all the way up.
Can we take a look at FET? Thanks, brother.
What's up, David? Yeah, man. Thanks for 20. Sure. Okay, you get it. So this is just a reiteration of the analysis from earlier. It's either screwed now or screwed later at much higher prices. Dang, man, pretty tricky here, huh? It's like, what the heck, man? There was a time and place to care about FET, and it's just not now. I mean, like, yeah, I get it. It's actually okay, but dude, what about that time back in July when there was a beautiful supply line that was broken. There was a higher low, right? A double bottom, then a higher low accumulation, and it broke it. And look where it ran. It went to the 1414, right? Remember, this one did that. Where something like GRT goes up to literally, you see this red line here? That's what GRT did. It goes up to that and then just can't do anything, and it's been stuck there for months. And where this one's all the way up here, GRT's still way down here in the bottom. It's so bad. So
Hope you feel better, Mitch. How about
Peloton? We'll look at it. Lake Life, thanks for 33s, man. Thank you, dude. Y'all pumping out the requests today. Doing things. Well, look, thank you. So I don't like, are you triple bottoming, but you're like also triple topping and you just had the run happened. So you're still like, yeah, there's some definite congestion here looking left back from March. But dang, man, I mean, the way Bitcoin dominance looks is good. You could certainly look and see a little bat here, right? An X, an A, a B, a C, a D, 8, it's at the PCZ of it too. And I guess you could say there's hidden bullish divergence too. So it's like, yeah, that's real. I'm just talking about if you completely take out the context of the crazy run up it had and what it's doing, you do locally have a really textbook bullish bat Gartley, right? And a hidden divergence on the MACD. Right where the lows are, wherever it is, it doesn't matter. Because it's a higher level on the higher low, right? So this is implying continuation here. You can't be that surprised if it does hold and run because of the oscillator what it's showing on the 4 hour. But dude, I'm a little concerned about the big run you had, and now you're making lower highs than the buying climax high. You're selling off, and you made the lower low than the previous low. Then you've rallied, and now you're making substantially lower highs than the previous highs before it, than the previous high before it. And these are all like the same highs. So that just doesn't really make me feel very good. Even if I'm identifying a very small structure here, it very well could play out and run all the way back up to probably 87.85 cents. That lines up with the old all-time high from April 1st. Yeah, maybe it pivots here, and that would be your target because that's the top of the harmonics. It's a very small structure. So it goes from 72 cents, and the target will be like 87.85 cents if it was going to hold here. That's it. But like, if you zoom out, it's really kind of like gross. Because it's like, man, you could just be getting ready to dump again and make another lower high, lower low, lower, and go into a correction because you just had a crazy run. Okay, remember what this asset just did. These are the areas that are smart money. This is smart money trades. This isn't just kind of, I don't know, you get chopped out, it dumps again, it's going into correction, it can last for weeks. This thing appreciated in value, 500% in 50 days. Less than 2 months, it's up 500%. It's just, the buying climax happened. Now you're making lower highs, lower lows in the short term. So it's just, I got to ask all these questions. And when I have to ask all these questions, I normally just move along, sir. Let's maybe move on to the next one where I don't have to ask freaking questions. Right? You get what I'm saying, hopefully. Whew. Wow, holy crap, dude. Peloton, shoot, dude. It was a bullish shark pattern that reacted perfectly and is now maybe, I just have problems with these, man. It's the context. The whole point of harmonics is identifying value. And there's just, the value would be like this breaking support it already did and then going down to like 32 to $40, right? Going down here where there's actual levels like of inflection, maybe, you know, like, so, okay, but that's cool. Like, you can identify another harmonic here, right? There's another one. It's like a little bat pattern, right? 100%, you know, and so it's like, could be one bottom, second bottom. Just be really careful. You better have a stop loss. If one's like trying to strategize or play this way up here, where it made a buying climax, double top, now it's making, confirming that it's a lower high than the previous high. This is the confirmation that the lower high than the previous highs are. There are just not enough market participants to push this higher with confirmation, right? That's bad. You're like pretty much double topping, and the double top is a much lower high than the previous high. So what happened? Market participants are just going to push the price down until there's demand again. And like now you're just sitting at a nice line. And yes, it could maybe reverse here, but better be careful because there's just no technical support at all below $80, $81. It's a big cliff. That's right, JK. There's a big cliff here, and the run already happened. And heck, after the run already happened, again, you've got confirmation that there are less market participants than before. Just not the best assets for swing trades or value trades. They're just not. I get the harmonics though, they're there, but the best harmonics are the ones that occur and present themselves after major markdowns. But before the major markdown, you had a buying climax, and then the low before the 886 retrace, it was lower, so you're making higher lows. So like, for instance, on the monthly, perfect example of what you're looking, the perfect context for a harmonic would be Ford Motors, the bullish Gartley, perfect. Now you didn't, this was the COVID crash low, but this was a spring back test to spring 786, 1414, and a nice back test of the spring. But look, you go back to the ice line from 1991 and 1990, and even a little bit of test in 1986. So like big markup and then a dump, and then the pattern presents itself at levels of lots of inflection and congestion. Not the patterns up, like people will be trying to identify like harmonics up here. It's just not the same. This is like what you're trying to do on Peloton, right? Where it's like, yeah, man, there's some sort of harmonic here, dude. Okay, cool, but like the context, it's like you're at a top, man. Sure, you rallied to make a lower high and then you dumped again, which is like kind of what Peloton's doing, right? Go. But man, look at Ford, dude. Ford right now, multi-year highs, highest levels you've seen since frickin' 2015, 6-year highs. And now you're about to be testing inflection points between 1613, 1737. But if you're talking about long-term targets, we're talking where the whole reason why this all happens is because of electric vehicles. You got major targets. Or eventually Ford sees all-time highs again, and you wouldn't even believe it, but you're gonna be older. You could be a lot older when it happens, if it happens, okay? Okay. So we did it, man. We got through all the requests. Bitcoin's 56,241. It's not making lower lows yet. Not even locally. That's incredible, man. So that means you cannot say it's over for Bitcoin. Or Bitcoin could eventually run back up in the wee hours of the morning and see 57.5 again to test it once more. To confirm. Market participants don't know. The first time, we've only tested it like once, really, on the 4 hour and beyond. So no one knows. It's reacted there, though, because everyone knew. Scalpers were like or people were just taking profit because they got in at 40 to 42K, right? They were just taking profit. And so, like, you can't, when there's so many sellers up there the first time, like, they're just, and it's such a historically strategic level that you're probably not going to break it the first time. But maybe the second time. But if you fail the second time, you know what that means. Confirmation to the top cent, at least for a while.
Noise!
Can we check ACM US?
No, you don't want to see AMC. You want to do ACM. Weird, dude. Sure, we'll look at something I've never heard of, but maybe I have data on the chart. We'll look at it. Maybe someone's requested it, right? No, I don't have anything on this. Well, what's the monthly? Let's see here. I actually have no memory of this place. Finally, dude. Wow. Good job on finding something. I'll tell you one thing. There is a level from March of 21, or 1921, 2021, right? Early this year. It's real. It exists. It was the first time it was ever painted. Look at the reaction you got again in May, months later. And then you clearly see it was some sort of resistance level. But now it's support again. And it's trying to hold. And you're probably requesting it because it looks like some whacked out inverse head and shoulders potentially. Or triple bottom. 4 hours pretty good. I mean, right? You got yourself a little bit of hidden bullish divergence. See. On both oscillators, right? Yep. And the lowest low, and maybe a higher low that matches the left shoulder. And this would be certainly your neckline, right? You're talking about Bukowski structure right here, right? How about that though? Look, you don't even have to care about the neckline, right? Does the neckline matter when the neckline itself is a historical inflection point, you know, where you've had major reversals, May 27th and June 11th, and you've had, you know, you can clearly see the correlation in price multiple months after that. So I mean, like, it's kind of range bound between 855, 956, and it kind of sucks because you're kind of in the middle of that, right? What our next? There's so many scam wicks. What are you giving me, man? Like, it could reverse anywhere because there's literal reversals everywhere on this chart because of the illiquidity, it seems, right? So I guess above 956 is 1048, 1050. Right? You got, clearly that's a big level. So it could also be considered a spring back test of spring of a very local range where, look, the left shoulder was the beginning of the range locally, and then you fell below it, you sprung, and now you're back testing a spring. And you even have this cute little harmonic here probably, right? Where it's like, okay. Which earphone will we use? Use this one? I gotta use this one. Go down. It's like a Gartley-Bartley, right? It's an 886. Wow, right? Okay, go figure, right? So you're springing back, testing a spring. There's hidden bullish divergence. You're hitting an 88% retrace. And you're rallying, and so I would not be surprised if eventually ACM eventually goes back up to 956. If it breaks at 1050, would have to be your target, probably, just based on. I mean, I'm just using, you know, I'm guessing here. Like it looks like that's a definite level of inflection, so that's why I would target that. So it's pretty good there, right? It's not a bad request. It's just pretty freaking illiquid, but it's got some decent variables. That's it, man. That's your ACM. Never been here in my life. Maybe I never come back here again. But we'll see if it goes to 956. Okay. And that was the last request, man. Wow. I've been live 2 hours, 15 minutes, and pretty much the entire stream I've been doing requests. Not bad, man. Good stream. Okay. So, again, Bitcoin on the new day is just up $100. Nothing is not, you know, the histogram is not pivoting yet. It's still building negative momentum. This could certainly continue to build negative momo. So this is just an idea. If the pivot begins before we make a lower candle close than 54,698, hidden bullish divergence, quadruple hidden bullish divergence could be in development, right, where you start losing negative momentum. Oh, also some good news I didn't share with y'all. I haven't shared with like anyone but like my parents and one of my friends who was with me on this trip. I got a tenant for my other property. So now both my other properties, not this one, I got tenants, man. I'm Lord Ray now. I'm Landlord Ray. For real, for real. I mean, I was, but now I'm like, yeah, now we just talking about that lockbox money, dudes. Like, we're making tendies, and at the same time, you got certain money coming in every month, just rolling in, and it's paying for every expense I could ever dream of. So anything, you know, it's just nice, man, right? And it came from liquidating a Bitcoin position, ironically, right around this exact price. So it like bought the property after liquidating at this price in May, and then went through renovations for like 6 to 7 months, and then Bitcoin runs up, and then like pretty much the day that I get called that I'm getting a tenant, it's right back at the price I sold. So it's like almost like it's like I feel good that I didn't truly make a bad mistake by liquidating Bitcoin then to do this, you know? It's pretty cool. Anyway. Yeah. So, I think we're good, man. Just pay attention.
License and registration? Chicken fucker?
Benjamin Lopez tipped $59.58, raised my stop loss to protect profits on this last dump. I was hunted down. Oh well. Tendies made. Here's a tip.
Benjamin Lopez, these are the 59.58. That is Probe's secret contribution. How'd you even know, dude? Someone let Probes know. And look at that Dallas Cowboy logo on top of the jar. It's beautiful, dude. Thank you, Benjamin Mann. Yeah, that's what happens, man. You move those stops up, they're gonna hunt it down, man. The volatility can get you. Thanks, man. That was out of nowhere, too. Be sure to join the Discord if you haven't, okay? That's like, we got like almost 14,000 members. And that's just the place to be, man. You want to get notified when I go live, when Bitcoin's randomly pumping at like 4 a.m. and I go live? You will miss the stream. Here's the Discord link, man. Join it. And if you're a patron, you certainly must be in the Discord. That's where all the trade setups are. Okay. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for the likes, the love, the support, everything in between, all the requests. Keep investing in yourself. Keep taking the principles that are taught in here. But I'm just a student of the game. They're not from me. They're from people way smarter than me that put their life's work into it. I just love what they do, and I'm honoring them, paying homage to them by trying to teach what they taught me. So keep investing in yourself. Trade in the Zone, Mark Douglas, Paula T. Webb. Check out Scott Carney's books if you want to look at harmonics. Anyway, I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. A.
those turd nuggets.